It says that I'm live. If you would go ahead and let me know if you can see me and hear me, and we will get this started. I see that I've got Jovita in here, and Paula and Caitlin out and about with Dave and Daisy, 3B Homestead. Patty, Mom, and Caitlin again. It says I got 8 people, 6 thumbs up, and there's Peggy. Peggy's in here. Chestnut Hills Farmstead. I'm not a no-show. Mom, there is no-show Nick right there at Chestnut Hills Farmstead. Denise, the Sweet and Life Sue. Sue, I did get your card the other day. Send me an email. I can't. Deb. So I just got done. I'm at Mom and Dad's. That's where I go live. Hey, Reba. And I haven't been over here very long because I really don't need a chair that moves. I am an anxious person, and this just is, I'm not going to be able to sit still. So I just got over here because I was eating a hamburger, and I was eating a hamburger from that steer that I had processed here a few weeks ago. And that joker is good. And so I learned something. I think I learned something, and I want you guys to let me know if this is fact or not. I see I've got some people in here who raise cattle for beef, and this was totally new to me. But I had read that there are genetic markers to determine how tender the beef is going to be. Last year. I think it may have been a little over a year. I don't know how long ago it was, but if you guys have been following, those of you who have been following for a couple of years anyway, I had a steer processed that I did not raise out. He came with the other cows that we had originally. So first I bought what was supposed to be 2 heifers. I believe now that it was probably a heifer and a cow, but I lost one of them. And then we got that was just me. And then Amy and Chris went and got a couple of cows and bought me a steer with that group. And I think that was all that was there. I think they had 2 cows and a steer. This guy was out of grass, and there was a drought, and he was out of grass, and he was moving. It wasn't a bad drought, but he was moving, and so he was selling everything out. Hey, Kevin, could be Kimberly, who knows? Grounds family. So the cows were underfed, and so I was gonna fatten him up and have him processed, and that's what I did. And they gave us the age on him, and I think it was like 2. I think he was supposed to be like a 2-year-old, something like that. And that meat was it wasn't real good, to be honest. It was okay. The taste of the meat was okay. The problem was that it was very tough, and it didn't matter what part you were cooking or how you cooked it. It was tough. And Amy is, I'm not a cook. I start saying Amy's a better cook than I am. I'm not a cook, but I can make some steaks and some hamburgers for myself. But Amy even had problems with it. And so then I was reading on Facebook, and I have Dexter's, and so it was in a Dexter page, and something about markers. There's being tested for genetic markers for tenderness of meat, and I'd never heard of that. And so I briefly Googled it. Still don't know a whole lot about it, but tell me, guys, what do you know about that? That is like news to me. That is brand new. I do know that this steer that we had processed, it was one that was born on the property. It was trying to think, one of the 2, my first 2 heifers that came, and he was bred with Jake. she was bred with Jake the bull, and this meat is so different. They're supposed to be, both of them are Dexters, and this meat is so much different than his. And I suppose maybe that other one was a little bit older than maybe what the guy said. I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference. It does in a a lot of like chickens, it'll make a difference, but well, in a lot of animals. But he wasn't old. It wasn't like he was old, but that the difference is unreal, and on the beef, the taste of it. Even I can cook it and like it. It's really good this time. And so, well, actually, we had 3 steers processed. 1 was mine, and 2 was belonged to Amy at Living in Abundant Grace, and she sold one of them. Like, she had it processed and sold halves. So her sister bought half, and my nephew bought half, and they're like, "This is really good. This is really good beef." And so theirs turned out as good as mine. So let me know. Tell me what's going on there. A lot of people have jumped in. See, Sharon's in here. Paula. I'm going to have to put the readers on here in just a second. Glad you got it. Hope you had a nice Christmas. I did. Thank you for sending it. Don't forget to send me an email so that we can have a conversation. Dave says, y'all hit that like button. Yes, I'd appreciate that. 22 in here, 19 thumbs up. Cindy, Diane McMahon. Hey, Diane. It's one of us, that's for sure. If not, we're having a problem. It could be one of the girls, maybe. I don't know. God Walked the Dark Hills dropped on my channel today. Y'all check it out if you have some time. Different breeds store fat differently. Some marble, some don't. Yeah, Peggy, I know that, and I know that the Dexters have leaner meat in general. These are the same breeds. Like the first one I had processed was a Dexter, and these 3 are Dexters. They're from different genetics, but they are all Dexters, and they're pure Dexters. And like, some people don't like the leaner meat, and they go back and forth on what's good for you, but it is leaner, but it's really good. It is really good. Ask Gary. I could, but this just kind of came up. Besides, trying to get you guys to talk to me. We have had some that we've had some that were just terrible, have no rhyme or reason why. Same breed and everything, just no. But have you heard of that? The genetic marker? Like, are they the same genetics, Peggy? That are you talking about, coming from the same bull and cows, or just different ones? The Sweet and Life. I get my meat from Butcher Box. I know nothing about meat except how to cook it. See, I know nothing about meat. I know what's good. I know what I like. I swear I'm not a cook at all. And hello. She spelled my name right and everything. And Gabriel says hi. Tell Gabriel I says hi. I said hi. Gabriel's my great nephew. Check out Lori's latest video. Thank you, Jovita. Y'all, that latest video that I put out, Jovita, if you would you go ahead and drop the Okie Homesteading Expo link, and I will pin it to the top. You'll have one more day to get those tickets on sale. It's okiehomestead.com. okiehomestead.com or okiehomesteading.com. Jovita, I don't know which one it is. Or Kevin would know. Kevin can do it too. I forgot Kevin was in here. Fat meat adds flavoring. Yes, it does. Kathy says, Kathy, by the way, why fall? I got your card just a while ago, and I think I might have gotten it the other day, but we just checked the mail today, so I got that today. And thank you for that. Kathy says, I prefer leaner meat used to hosting meat when she was growing up. Huh. This does not have like a lot of fat on it. It's just really good. And I wish there was someone in here, my nephew, Amy, somebody in here that could verify that. Like, it's really good. So the expo is I got it written down over there, is 21st and 22nd, and tickets are on sale until tomorrow. I think $35 on sale. There's Amy living in abundant grace. I set my alarm for 6:25 instead of 6:15. Well, Amy, I was trying to tell them about the difference in the taste of the meat on the steers that we had processed this year than the steer that I had processed a year and a half ago, or a year ago, or whatever that was. And trying to find out if anybody else has heard about whether there are genetic markers to indicate how tender the beef is going to be. Susan says, hey, y'all, or hey, all. Sorry about that. Hey, all. Diana. Sweet Lorie. That's funny. So, everybody, are y'all ready for the cold weather that is coming? You cannot go live in a farming, homesteading, anything like that live stream channel and not mention the weather. It's supposed to get really cold. The maps and stuff that I'm seeing on the internet are kind of all over the place as to what the temperatures are really going to be like. But some of them are pretty crazy. Some of them are pretty cold. But what everybody can agree on is we have a cold front coming in that's going to hit right after the 1st of January. I think like the 5th or 6th or something like that. I don't remember exactly when they said it was, but it's going to be cold enough that if you are living in and around this area anyway, or up north, you better get some straw for your animals if you have animals, or purchase that dog house that you need or something, because it's going to get pretty cold. I forgot what I picked my phone up for. I guess to have a distraction. Amy says, this is the best beef I've had, even my other beef I used to raise. So she used to, you're talking about your longhorns, right? She used to raise longhorns, and I think she's referring to that. This is just really some really good stuff, and I don't know why. I guess it's all the love that I put into growing them. I don't know. Jackie Saylor. I heard longhorns are leaner meat, but I'm not sure that's accurate. I think it is. Amy used to raise them. We aren't going to have any cold weather here in my part of Canada. Really? Huh. I thought Canada stayed cold. Learned something, I guess. Jackie, it's not going to get cold where I live. Probably not. Out and about with Dave and Daisy, they make calendars. Lorie just so farmers and homesteaders can keep track of time. What is that supposed to mean? I must have said something and I missed it. Red Dirt Rooster Road. Hello. I'm sure there is some truth to the genetic markers. That's how they classify the bulls for breeding. AI. Better to do it through genetics than additives. This is true. Oh, these cows sure didn't get any, or steers didn't get any additives. What we did do the last probably 5 weeks is grain feed them. And that's, supposed to make a difference, but I don't think 5 weeks is going to make this much. This is huge difference. This is big. And I really, Amy, want to do my next one without the grain, just to see if I can get it from like the same bull and cow, just to see. I don't know. We've only butchered elk the last few years. Huh. Yes, and like them better than Hereford. She liked the Longhorns better than the Herefords. Jovita, it was 91 degrees here in South Texas today. I think, Jovita, that Texas is going to cool down too, though. But not as cool as it is supposed to get here in Northeast Oklahoma. 91, that's a lot. I think it got up to 60 here, which is warmer than it's supposed to be at the end of December. Jackie, mid to upper Alabama and above will get the cold weather. So we're supposed to get cold weather here, Northeast Oklahoma, Northwest Arkansas. I'm sure that further east is going to get colder, but we're supposed to get pretty cold here. The grain is what did it. But we didn't feed them out. Like usually people feed them longer than that. But I want to see. I want to use this. I want to see with the same cow and bull. And plus I saw, I read a little bit about the genetic markers. So I'm wanting to know if there's what truth to that. Organic makes the best grass fed and then some grain. It's pretty much what they were on grass. Pretty much all it was. Sweet and Life just checked our weather for the next 10 days, low 70s and high 60s. That's just not right. I wonder, I don't know, the phone, it's like the phone only goes a week out. And next week we're supposed to get into the 20s. No. Next week, next Monday and Tuesday, the high is 27 and 32. The low is 15 and 17. And today is, I think, got up to 60. So that's really going to be bad. That's really going to not feel good. The grain cleans the system before slaughter. The grain just cleans their system before slaughter and steaks. Did we ever get the expo link up there? If we did, I missed it. Here in Pennsylvania, it's supposed to get really cold after the 1st. Ed Kirkpatrick's in here. Hey, Ed, late to the show, but I won't be late to the Okie. Ed, can you put the link up to the Okie homesteading link so that they can go purchase tickets while they're still on sale till tomorrow? Diane, because I asked somebody to do it. I don't know if it got done. If it did, I missed it, and I want to pin it. Kelly says, hello, beautiful people. She ain't talking to me. You won't hear me brag about the weather in the summer. Chestnut Hills has been waiting on you, Ed. What you did was the perfect way to feed them out. Don't mess with success. Why? I want to know. Curiosity. Ed's popular. Everybody's saying hi to Ed. Hang on. Let's look at this for a second. There it is. Thank you, Amy. I'll pin that to the top. Yeah, so the link to the Okie Homesteading Expo is pinned to the top. Better go Better go get. Actually, it's surprising that Amy put it up. All these moderators, and Amy's got it because Amy's not used to moderating. What was I saying? I don't know. But I was thinking, what are you saying, Lorie? No. I'm just saying that you're not used to moderating and you worry about it sometimes. If Amy times you out, it's an accident, more likely. Diane says 17 degrees is the high starting Wednesday. I think she said Wednesday. It's supposed to be Wednesday. So I was getting things done in the house, getting the flooring in and all this. And one of the things that I'm starting to look at and try to consider what to do is on heat and air. I don't have a central, it's not central heat and air. There was a unit there, sort of like it didn't work. There's not any good duct work. It would need to be redone. It was underneath the house, and we were looking at maybe running some in the attic. But I have been thinking about possibly doing like a mini split with a couple of them actually. And I want to know what your guys, if you've had any experience with them or not, what your guys' opinion. Well, I want your opinion anyway, because I'm wanting to see if maybe somebody else would think of something that I hadn't thought of. Like it's not better than central heat and air, obviously, but it's a whole lot cheaper. And I realize that his splits are great. I realize that that I have 2 units, and the chance of something happening is greater with 2 units. Something going wrong, like maintenance wise, is greater with 2 units than one. But they're so much cheaper. I don't plan on going anywhere. Like, I'm across the road. Cassie teased me for calling it a street because she said, "You're out in the country. It's a dirt road." Across the road from mom and dad. I don't plan on going anywhere. So I'm somewhat worried about resale because, like, I won't live forever. But then, how much difference would a mini split be in the resale of the house rather than a central unit? Right now, though, I'm using when it gets really hot in the summer, I use window units, small ones, and in the whatever this is. Did I say winter or summer? In the summer, I use window units for air conditioning. In the winter, I use mostly the wood stove, and I have the little bitty plug-in heaters. Like, I don't know what kind of heaters you call them. They're small. They're small, and they stand up, round little things. And hey, 2 old people on the couch. How are you guys doing? It's been a while since I've seen you, and I'm glad you're here. Anyway, so there's 2 of those plug-in heaters. There's not much going on in the house. I have one close by where I sleep, and I have one in where the bedroom is, where there's a bathroom. So, because getting up and going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, or taking a shower at night or early morning with it being cold is kind of rough. The stove, though, if I keep it going all night, if I get up at least a couple of times and feed the stove, it will heat the whole house as long as there's electricity to run the fan on it. Like if I leave the bedroom doors open, which I don't. I don't want my dogs going back there. But anyway, so I don't know. The mini split is what I'm really looking at. So Ed likes the mini splits. Kelly says, yes, my split is the way to go. My mini split is the way to go. My bad. Susan is currently 43. Fahrenheit and raining here in British Columbia. Sweet Life, does square footage matter? I don't know. But I'm not sure how I think there are different size. If there's different size units, if that's what you mean. So the biggest thing with that I can think of is if I get two, so that means I have 3 bedrooms, and that means like somebody's going to get left out. But um, 2 of the bedrooms are connected with a closet, with a door, just a door between them. And I can open that door and leave it open if I want to. Um, one of those rooms that are connected will be like an office for me, and then one will be a bedroom later on anyway. So it's not like it's going to be, I'm the only one that lives there. I mean, like I can do whatever I want, but there is for like the 1 bedroom. So there's 3 bedrooms, and those 2 are connected. So for the other bedroom, in order for it to receive heat or air from the mini split that would be like in the living room area, that door would have to be open. So Ed says most splits will do 1,200 square feet. That's plenty. That's plenty. Yeah. Like with 2. Everything I've heard about them is good. Real cold is below freezing. Susan, anything below 32 is cold. But yes, it does get colder, because last year it got below 0 at times. We're not used to that. I don't have any heat on yet, just a small box heater. Well, not me. I've been lighting a fire, and they tell me it's going to get really cold. And so I've got a lot of firewood that I brought into the house, and I don't care what kind of mess it makes. I'm going to have plenty of firewood in when the cold gets here, because they're really not sure how cold it's going to get. And they're also not sure what kind of precipitation we're going to have. So I've been bringing a little bit of wood in like every other day. It looks ridiculous, but it's just me there. Nobody else lives there. Nobody else should care. Y'all don't come into my house. I don't even take the video camera in the house very often. I guess I do for the members occasionally. All the channels I watch swear by them. Did I read that? Does square footage matter? Uh-oh, it jumped. Hang on just a second. Space heater. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's what you would call it. There are just like different kinds. And this just seems more modern, I guess. I think mini splits seem good. Lord, you're going to make me put these on. Bins over acres. How are you guys doing? I think mini splits seem a up and coming way to go. I don't have my heat on yet, just a small box heater. Well, that's all I'm going to have other than the stove. But I tell you what, when you got a fan on the stove, that joker I have to open the front door sometimes, or the back door, and let it cool down. You can really get hot before you know it. It's like it creeps up on you. Bins over acres. We have friends with them. We love them. They remind me of hotel units. Yes, very similar. So I've been like for 2-3 years now, feel like I'm kind of camping at my house. Like I have electricity, but it's only been about a year since I've had, maybe a year. I don't know. Somebody will correct me on this later. Go back through the channel videos and see. But for the longest time when I moved in, I was on subfloor, no flooring, just the subfloor, no kitchen cabinets at all, no stove, no microwave. My refrigerator was in the garage, so I had to go out to the garage to get something to drink or to make sandwiches because there was no stove, there was no microwave. So I did that for a long time. It feels like I'm camping. And it's really weird because there is electricity there. Like I'm turning lights on and I have indoor plumbing, but it just didn't feel like I was living. It felt like I was camping forever. And I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, you said mini splits remind you of hotels. Well, maybe if I get a couple mini splits, I'll be on vacation forever. So sweet love. That's how big my house is, so it would do my whole house. The thing is getting it to the bedrooms. That's what I'm wanting about. But I think if I put one in the back bedrooms, the two that are connected, like there's a closet in between them. And when they came in and did work and put up new doors and flooring, I only had them put one door in. Instead of the two like on the back side of the closet. On the front side, I just had them put the one up because I'm going to use both rooms. I'm going to spread out and nobody's there. And there is another bedroom there if somebody was, because sometimes like Sean, Amy's son, or Curtis too, spend the night, or Greg was up the other day. There is another bedroom. They might not have any air. Mom says anything below 50 is cold. Mom, you start whining way before 50. Jackie's like, same here, Shirley. Hi, by the way. Where are you located? Red Ruby Farm. Are you asking me? I am, if you're not, I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm in Northeast Oklahoma. Let's just say Arkansas. I'm in Northeast Oklahoma. I am not far from where the expo is going to be. I won't be getting a room up there. I will be driving each day. Thank you, Sue and Jackie, for agreeing with me. My children don't know but my house is often in the winter. It's cool, and in the summer it's warm. Like if Mom comes over, she was over at my house the other day, and she wasn't over very long, and she was shaking. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, it's cold over here. But it wasn't cold to me. If it gets cold, the first thing I do is put a flannel shirt on, and then I'll put a hoodie on, and then we'll light a fire, But and in the summer, I have window units, but I don't I put them in pretty late. But it helps me go outside. It helps me if there's not too much difference, if it's not super warm in the winter and then I go outside and that cold hits you in the face, it makes it really hard. It makes it hard to motivate yourself to go outside. So I keep it, I don't overdo it. I don't do it like a lot of people do it. Plus it's cheaper. Kevin says mini split would be the way to go. You can't get one unit with multiple heads. You can get one unit. Okay. And Kevin, how so Ed says that most of them cover 1,200 square foot. Are there different sizes? And where do they run? Where would you run I guess it would be ductwork. Where would you run that? Do you go in the attic? How do you do it? Oh, Vita's from South Texas. Yes. Ed says, I'm back. Brandon is setting beaver traps and needed a little advice. Well, I'm glad, Ed, he's got you to help him. Hi, Lorie and everyone from It Moved. And I can't even say it anyway. We in full summer. Stellenbosch? I don't know, Elaine. Everybody's saying, hey, that Ed again. Got new readers. These aren't new. I have a few readers, but I hate wearing them. Sweet love, we are coming in our RV, so we'll need to find a place that's close to the expo. We hope to be there for a minimum of 2 weeks or maybe 4. Whoa. So you're gonna, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Ed might know. Surely there are places. I don't know the area. I, oddly enough, do not know a whole lot about Oklahoma. I'm from Arkansas, and I'm not far from the Arkansas line. I don't get too far. And so I really don't know, and I don't pay attention. So Ed says, if you have a choice, the it would be that hard word. Mitsubishi is the best. I said it. Didn't I say it right? I think I said that right. Ruby Red Farm. I looked and saw where you are. Thank you for answering. I'm in North Georgia, and we have cold temperatures here. 20 with wind blowing hurts this old girl. So that's the thing with Oklahoma, and northwest Arkansas, but mainly Oklahoma. The wind is always blowing. It really is. Like there are very few days where it's not windy. And I'm actually from Fort Smith area of Arkansas. And the first thing I noticed when I moved to Northwest Arkansas, well, the first 2 things I noticed is the squirrels were gray and not red. And I mean, there are some from red squirrels, but they were mostly in Northwest, in Fayetteville area of Arkansas. They were gray, and the wind is nonstop. It says camping in a brick house. Love it. I mean, it feels like it sometimes. Well, not so much now, but it did. we had before the refrigerator came over, we had a ice chest and had drinks and snacks in it. It was like, where do we light the fire for the marshmallows? Out and about with Dave and Daisy, liking the where readers is akin to liking growing old. Are you saying that I'm getting old? Because I think you're older than me. I said it right. I forgot. I mean, I know, but I forgot what I said. Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch. Yes, Mitsubishi is the brand we have in the daycare. And that's what I need, because it feels like a daycare at my house with those goats. Red Ruby Farm. Yeah, I bet. Susan says the cold, damp weather hurts her whole body. It's the damp weather is hard. It's uncomfortable. I don't know. I can't say that it hurts. Sometimes it does, but it's uncomfortable. I don't know. So they tell me that I have fibromyalgia, and 10 years ago, I was in a lot of pain, most of the time, and wet weather always hurt. And I don't feel the pain I don't have the pain that I used to, but the wet weather is uncomfortable. And that's the only way I know how to describe it. I can't get comfortable. I don't know how, I wouldn't call it pain, just really uncomfortable. I don't like the wet. I like the rain. We need the rain. I'm not griping about the rain. Just, we need the rain. Sweet love, Susan. Ooh, me too. That's why I live in Arizona, but we leave when it gets too hot and go where it's cooler. But I guess you're coming in the spring. Living in abundant grace. We're out on the nice, cool evening that's not cold, grilling hot dogs and roasting marshmallows. Amy, I don't think you're supposed to be having that kind of stuff. Hey, Ed wants to know, No, he didn't sell that. Yes, whether hurts, fibromyalgia, and arthritis, and mom has both. I don't hurt as much as it was crazy. Like 10 years ago, well, that was the last of it. It was like 10 years ago, but it was a lot of discomfort. It really hurt, and I had to go to 3 different doctors for them to convince me that I had fibromyalgia and to take something for it. But even today, it's hard for me to say that. It's hard for me to not say it, but to believe it. You can hear the way I say it. It's like, oh, I have fibromyalgia. I mean, you don't, but today is a lot different from then. Stellenbosch is in South Africa. I believe it's Germanic pronunciation. I don't even know how to pronounce that right, but it might be a German word. Is what he's saying. It's on Zillow. Is it on Zillow? Hey, yeah, is it on Zillow? Peggy says, I'm actually close to Fort Smith here in Braggs. It's just about 60 miles east from me. And Pryor is 55 miles north of me. Man, Fort Smith it's huge now. I mean, to me, I don't like, it's big. It's not the same. My doctor, I might have osteoporosis or fibromyalgia, might need to get tested. Man. Zillow doesn't. Oh, I didn't know that. Zillow doesn't allow for commercial properties. Huh. Did not know that. I did the same. It was come and gone, but then come back with bad arthritis. I hope you're just done with it all. I am not going to put up with no arthritis. I ain't going to do it. If I get real stressed, my body hurts. But when I'm stressed, I usually feel it like in my head hurts, my jaws, neck, shoulders, up there. All that is, my face will hurt, like my face, not just my head, but my whole face, my whole head hurts. Sweet life. I was diagnosed 15 years ago with fibromyalgia. It was hard because we used to be told it was in our head, but it's finally been proven to be real condition, but it's also better now than it was. And that was the thing with mom. They didn't, a lot of doctors, and the doctor she had didn't believe in it. And then when they told me I had it, I believe in it because mom had it, but it just, no, y'all, you just keep working on this. And I did. I went to 3 different doctors. I'm not on anything, but yes, you did pronounce it. Stellenbosch is in South Africa correctly. One of these days, I will have you speaking Afrikaans. Can you please say hello to my friend Polly? Hi, Polly. Kelly's friend Polly. Peggy, goat. I have fibromyalgia too. It will make you tough, or maybe just mean. Probably mean, or for me. Peggy, that is a fact. Ruby Red. Red Ruby Red. Red Ruby Farm. Yes. I've learned over the years it's a lot to do with stress. The more you can keep things calm, the better. Polly says hello. I was in a live stream the other night, and we were talking about, I don't even know. They were talking about something. They were talking about living. I don't know what they were talking about. But it made me think about all the dust living on the dirt roads, or off the dirt roads, just off the dirt roads and everything, and all the dust that gets in the house. I know a big part of my problem is that I need the windows replaced and I need doors replaced, and I actually get the front door replaced a week ago, 2 weeks, I don't know. So that's going to help a lot. And I and I have these dogs that are inside, and cat, and that's gonna if I didn't have the animals, that would make a big difference in the dust in the house. But I have never seen so much dust. The other house I came from, I was my driveway was long. I was off the road like quite a bit, and it was trees. Um, so anyway, we were talking about ways to try to prevent uh, dust. I sort of say dust accumulation, but I guess the way you would prevent that would be to dust. Any suggestions on ways to lessen that dust other than get rid of the animals? Like I said, we just had the front door replaced, and I still have to get the back door replaced. It needs it. And it just steps up and the back door just steps up to the back door. There's no porch. It would be better if there was a porch for the back door, but I don't have central heat and air. I don't have a filter going. What options? What is out there besides dusting every day? What do you guys do? You that are living out a little ways, can you please say hello to my friend Polly? I said hello. I already read that. Peggy says my house is crazy dust too. It's farm life. No, Peggy, we can't leave that to farm life. Like, it is bad. It is really bad. It's really bad. I've never seen it like this. A doctor said that fibromyalgia kind of comes and goes, but eventually it ends up in the hips. How many of you believe that? Not that I disbelieve it. How many of you have experienced that have it? Because there's quite a few of you in here with fibro. HEPA air filters. How does that work? What is that? Like, I've heard of it, but like, is it just, how much are they? How big are they? I don't live on a farm and I have a lot of dust. Buy a Roomba. I think Jackie, that's one of them little vacuum cleaners. I think mom does have one, but I don't know if it's a Roomba or what it is. If it's those little vacuum cleaners that goes on its own, it comes out of the room and it says it's going to go sweep, and then it lets you know when it's putting itself up and back on the charger. Mom has one of those. I live in a city and it's really dusty bad. Wonder why. Like, I've never had a problem with dust like I do right now. Of course I do. She lives in the desert. That's funny. Deborah, I think, I'm sitting here holding these. Deborah, air purifier, but caulk around the window frames. I think I need to, yeah. And but I'm gonna get the windows replaced hopefully this coming spring. But yeah, when they do that, I'll make sure that they seal that up real good. Reminded me of something, and then I forgot it. Just like that. It's that beef I'm eating. Oh, I know what it was. I saw a guy, like a reel on Facebook, and he was talking about spraying the outside of your windows with WD-40 to prevent spiders from coming in. Is that true? Is that true? Can you do that? I mean, I know you can, but does it work? Red Ruby Farm says, I would say she's right about it being in the hips. Jackie wants a Roomba. Peggy, no. Peggy says, I vacuum every morning at 5:30. Luckily, my husband is deaf, so it doesn't bother him. You just have to stay on top of it. They don't make Roombas big enough for me. I'm busy. I don't want to. Well, I'll be sweeping or no. I'm busy. I don't want to. Regina says fog in the brain. Nice glasses. Ed, I hate them. They're just readers. They're not light prescription. I find that these work just as well as the prescription I have, and not very well. They hurts my eyes. Prescription, these, whatever. After a while, it hurts. But y'all don't have any suggestion on this dust besides clean? I don't like that. Can you switch out the cabin door with your front door? No, it's a different size. You talking about the shed? So I got the front door changed. It's sealed. There ain't no light coming through that joker. I wish I had a big porch and a bunch of other things, but they make you look more intelligent. Do I look unintelligent with them, Ed? The one your son was going to live in. Yeah, no, it's a different size. The one in my house is bigger. Is Greg ever going to move back to live in his shed now? He is looking to moving closer, but not into the shed. I got stuff in there. It's a shed. But one day, maybe I can convert it. But I just don't have that extra cash laying around, Costs a little bit. Well, it is. I've been on here almost 52 minutes. That's quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Hippie elf. Nobody ever warned me about how much dust hatching and brooding chicks inside cause. Yeah, can breathe in that room anymore until getting a little air purifier machine. Ed says these glasses increase my IQ factor. And I don't know what I think about that. You're like me, as long as you have those dogs running in and out, you're going to have that dust. I've been living with it for 50 plus years. Well, yeah. Dust and dog hair. I have a lot of insulation in the attic. Actually, they tell me I don't go up in the attic. There's spiders, and I don't do spiders. But they, Nick, they tell me that my attic is very well insulated. Nick says I need a moat control RC duster. Jackie says hit the thumbs up on the way out, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Thank you guys for coming in, and we will see you in 2025 next Monday. Bye, y'all.